Utah powerhouse, 17-time state champion, with room for an 18th banner. The second most decorated volleyball program in state history, a school with long tradition and legacy. A tradition and legacy of success and championships. The Lady Rebels now take the court, carrying that legacy proudly. This is Rich Volleyball. And now, here is your voice of the Ridge High Rebels, Cody Olson.
Welcome, Rich Rebel fans, to another segment of Rich Lady Volleyball. This will be our last game today, as the Lady Rebels will be taking on the Paiute T-Birds as part of the coverage here of the UHSAA Mountain America Credit Union Championships in Orem. The ladies have already gone out and done their warm-up, and now they're just lining up. Your Paiute T-Birds will bring you into a live camera here and clear everything. Thank you for joining us. I know a few of you have come up to me and said it's been nice to line up the audio with the KSL live stream of Court 3 for the 1A state championships. You can definitely do that. It just takes a little bit of skill to line up the audio and the visuals. I'm more than happy to send you this audio, brought to you by mylocalradio.com. We welcome you now. We're going to be playing on Court 3 again. This game was scheduled for about an hour ago, but the games went a little bit longer than scheduled. Thank you for bearing with us. The girls have come out onto the floor as we have no real need for a pregame. This is the Town of Randolph pregame show. We're just touching up on how things have gone. Rich gets downed in 5 against ICS, and now they are playing for third place against Paiute, who was downed 3-1 in the semifinal round against Panguitch. So your state championship will be Panguitch and ICS. They're rolling the ball out there already. We're getting ready to play our last couple games of volleyball. This will be the last volleyball game of the year for these seniors. We'll give them a good send-off. This is Cody Olson live from Utah Community Credit Union Center in Orem, Utah. Live camera bringing us up to date as I believe we are set to go in this first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Taylor McKee will be serving first. They're going from right to left on your radio dial. Service across the tape taken there by the shoulder of the Paiute back line, and then up and over the line it goes. Back to Rich. Back set for Darlene Peterson off the top of the fingertips of number 13, Valet Northington. Valet Northington out there on the left on the front line. Here's McKee again as she serves. The Rich is up 1-0. Northington really close to the line. She gets blocked by Darlene Peterson. That's an epic recreation block on the right side. 2-0 so far in this first set. McKee shaves the top of the tape, goes right to the libero, back into the middle. Here's an attack there from Paiute. Paiute now back over to Rich on to the left. Lamborn puts it right across court. Right at number 17, Ashton Wenkel, and down onto the Paiute side. 3-0 currently for the Rich Rebels. It's a Bear Lake Realty kill for Lamborn. McKee has her service received by Paiute, over-returned back over onto the Rich side, and slammed the door back onto the floor onto their side. 4-0. That's Dixie Huffaker and Darlene Peterson who are in charge of that. Diving dig by Paiute, and now here comes Darlene Peterson setting up in the middle for Huffaker, who taps it over the front line, too far to the left, out of bounds. That'll be the first points for Paiute, and a 4-1 lead for the Rebels. Number 11 for Paiute serves. Cassidy Westwood. Now comes an attack from the Rich Rebels on the left side. Too far for Darlene Peterson. No, yes, someone touched it. They're going to call a tip on the Paiute T-Birds. So the ball will go right back over to the Rebel side. Brittany Lamborn, the senior, on the back right corner of the back line. Up and over it goes, taken by the back line. Here comes Paiute, and an attack there will find its mark. That line just a little bit too far. And now we are at 6-2.
Open today, 125 North 2nd Street, Evanston. Walmart. Save money, live better.
In the state where life is elevated, live your life in a higher gear. Cash Honda Yamaha can help you enjoy our beautiful local terrain, whether it's in the valleys, mountains, snow, or water. So get out and enjoy all nature has to offer at a higher speed. Visit Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley to start living your life at your new speed. Visit us in Hyde Park, just north of Logan, Utah.
Welcome back. Sequence of events. Rich currently has the attack right on Paiute. Now Paiute has the ball. In the middle, a good setup there to teammate Northington, who puts it in the back right corner. If you're just joining us, I hope that you're still there. Your Rich Rebels are currently up 9-3. Paiute serves and taken by Ambria Lutz on the back left corner. Here's Annie Peart. Her attack from the 10-foot line will go straight into the net and down. So 9-4, you're reading currently. Here in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Ambria Lutz digs on the back left corner, high up in the air. Lamborn, and then McKee will clear it on a third touch. Here's a setup there for Blood on the left side. That bounces off the top of the net and goes high up in the air. Kept alive by Darlene Peterson, and then clearance at the 10-foot line by Lutz. Blood goes right at Darlene Peterson, but it goes into the net and down on the left side. Hatch this time will send it over to the libero in the middle. Setter Westwood will set up her teammate, but that attack from Paiute will go a little bit too far out the back line, too far. It will go 11-4. Advantage Rich Rebels. Hatch again to the libero. Westwood will go across and back set there for Blood, who has her attack pancake dug up there by McKee, and then that will not be able to be reeled in by the Rich Rebels. A couple touches, and then on the third one, it will go underneath the net, trying to get over onto the Paiute side, 5-11. I think this is wild for Paiute. Sends that one up and over McKee in the middle for Annie Peart, who just dumps it over the top of the front. Dug up by Paiute. There's Blood. Westwood, and then Annie Peart with an attack of her own going from right to left. Westwood on the left side, jumps, puts it into Lamborn, who digs that one up. Violet Taylor this time will go at the libero. Points will go to Rich as we have an into the net call on the Paiute T-Birds, 12-5. Violet Taylor way onto the back line. Here's Blood setting up Westwood on the left side, off the top of the block and down right off of Ambria Lutz in the middle of the Rich defense. Twelve to 6, advantage Rich. Paiute sends it right at Violet Taylor. It's an over return back over onto the Rich side, and that's going to be a lift call on Annie Peart as she gets the ricochet off of a diving Kaylee Hatch. Goes right into her stomach and kind of gets stuck in between her arms, 12-7. Wenkel sends it over to Violet Taylor again, almost an over return. McKee is able to get that one up and over the top of Annie Peart. Diving Ambria Lutz puts that into the net on an attempted Town of Woodruff dig. 12-8 currently, you're reading. Wenkel again over the top of the tape, right at Taylor. McKee in the middle. She's going to go right to the left for Lamborn off the top of the block and fingertips of Paiute. Clearance now to the Rich side. Hatch on the left side. McKee in the middle. Back set to the right for Annie Peart, who goes down the line and hits the back right corner. 13-8. Peart right over top of the tape, and it splits the defenders right back there. That's Wenkel. Right past her on the right side, 14-8. See if she can do it again. Annie this time fielded on the right side. Here comes an attack from Paiute on the right side. Dug up by Rich, kept alive and sent back over at the 10-foot line. In the middle, here comes Blood, who touches the net. No, she goes over top of the net, and it's going to get the call by the judge in the tower. 15-8 for Rich. Right back to Wenkel in the middle. Blood will go outside to the left for Blood. Attack there from Brittany Lamborn on the left side will go into the Paiute block and out of bounds. Bear Lake Realty kill for her. Morgan will go in the middle for Westwood, who puts that one into the net and gets sent back onto her own side. 17-8 for the Rich Rebels. Another Crawford Trough ace for Annie Peart, who hits the back left corner. She's splitting right between Wenkel and I can't see because of her long hair. Another attack from Annie Peart and a dunk on by Brittany Lamborn on the left side. That's between Wenkel and Herdsman. 19-8. Annie Peart right at Wenkel again. Herdsman goes into the middle, and it's a clearance there by Westwood. McKee out to the left side in the middle for Huffaker. Inbounds. That's going to go across the court and hit the back right corner right in front of our judge located there on the northwest side of the gym. 20-8. Annie Peart again. This is quite the run for the senior, and that's going to be another Crawford Trough ace. 3 for Annie Peart, and a 7-0 run currently for the Rich Rebels. 21-8. Annie puts that one up, and that one's going to go too far to the left. That will put an end to the run. 21-9 currently. Advantage Rich in the first set, brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. Special thanks to Melissa Olson, who's keeping stats for us today. Herdsman will serve, and that will go to McKee on the left side, and then an attack from Huffaker, lobbed up and over. They thought it was going to go out of bounds, but instead it will hit the right side, just a little bit past the 10-foot line, cross court to the right. 22-9. Taylor McKee to serve right at Wenkel again on the back line. Westwood will find her player with a setup on the left side, and then she'll get the ball back. Here comes a setup again to the left side for Paiute. That is Northington, who puts it down right in between Darlene Peterson and Taylor McKee, right at the 10-foot line of Rich. 10-22 to serve Cassidy Westwood. Right to Annie Peart, and McKee will go in the middle, this time actually to the right for Lamborn. Hung up in the air, and attack there by Morgan. Left side, Lamborn off the top of the block, out of bounds, to the left. Right down the line, and it will ricochet almost into the Paiute bench. 23-10. Brittany Lamborn over right at the libero in the middle. That's Westwood out for Blood. Out for Blood. And now Violet Taylor puts it right back into the middle, and clearance by Rich. Westwood out there. An attack by Tara Morgan will get a monster Epic Recreation block. Meeting that attack by Huffaker and Darlene Peterson. They've been doing it all day and all of yesterday as part of their defense for Rich. Here's Westwood setting up her teammate in the middle. Northington Makes Brittany Lamborn dive into the back left corner. It's going to go off of her fingertips, out of bounds into the Rich bench. Good kill for Northington. 24-11, this is set point for Rich, and that is how it will end. A blood service error into the net, 25-11. 25-11, that is how Rich will win the first set. They'll go up 1-0 against Paiute here. We'll go ahead, take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Now you've got a safe and secure place to store your boat, RV, ATVs, and other vehicles right in town. T-Bar Body Shop offers storage for just $35 per month. Long and short-term storage options are available. Of course, T-Bar Body Shop also offers custom bodywork when you have an accident. We work with your insurance directly and get the job done right. T-Bar Body Shop offers a wide range of services. Stop in today and see all the ways T-Bar can serve you. 515 County Road, Evanston. Let T-Bar fix your car.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own Fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Tricia, Darren Wallentyne wishing the Rebels good luck in everything that they do. Rich taking the first one, 25-11. We're just getting ready to have them come back. We're actually going to take one more quick break. Thank you so very much. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on mylocalradio.com.
Wyoming is unique. When it comes to high school sports, we might travel 6 hours to a game, but when we get there, we know the other team, their parents, and the coaches. Wyoming is like one small town with really long streets. When your travels take you to Evanston, always stay with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. Clean, comfortable rooms, a restaurant serving healthy, delicious food, and breakfast is always included. If you're bringing the team or following the team, stay with us every time you're in Evanston. The Best Western Dunmar Inn.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, here to the second set. This is definitely brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Dara, Tricia, and the entire Wallentyne family wishing the Rebels good luck in all that they do. Rebels take the first one, 25-11 over Paiute. They're up 1-0 in the set department. Bringing to you live coverage from Utah Community Credit Union Center in Orem, Utah, home of the Wolverines. Just getting a couple extra instructions from our near-side judge. ICS in the stands waiting for this game to get over so they can have a chance at Panguitch later on after this. To serve, Tara Morgan of Paiute. Serves right across the line, right at Violet Taylor. It's taken well. McKee in the middle. She'll do a short set for Dixie Huffaker. That's dug up by Paiute. A left side attack for the T-Birds. Just a little bit too short. It will go into the net. 1-0 for the Rich Rebels. Taylor McKee now over the top and will be taken right on the back right corner. That is a Crawford Trough ace, as that squat was not deep enough, and that's trying to get the right angle from Gomez up in the air, but instead it shoots off into the scores table to the near side of the volleyball court. McKee again, she'll go right back to where she was, and she's going to do it twice. 2 back-to-back Crawford Trough aces for Taylor McKee to start the second set. Brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. 3-0 for the Rebels. We're having a stoppage of play because our near side judge is talking to the Paiute I apologize, coach, and I'm not sure what they're 100% talking about, but it seems to be something of a concern that the judge called over Paiute coach, and now the judge is running back over to the scores table located on the east side of the gym. That's the main scores table, and now your Rich Rebels doing a interpretive dance on the 10-foot line on the right side of the court. Darlene Peterson, jumping jacks, Dixie Huffaker, hopscotch, impromptu. Those girls are having a really good time. And now we have an official coming out. I don't know if it has something to do with the student section of the Rich Rebels. Maybe they're just asking them to calm down a little bit. It's very possible. It looks like our official's heading out into the stands to get an idea. They're getting a talking to from the official in the student section. Nonetheless, play will resume out to the right. Here comes Paiute putting it up in the air in the middle. That's a toss on over. Back over onto the Rich side, and a huge attack from Dixie Huffaker. That's off the forearms of the libero on the back line and down. That's going to squirt out to the left, and that will be a 4-0 lead for Rich. And a 4-0 run to start. McKee back on over. That's going right to Herdsman. And then slapped over by the libero. Annie Peart high up in the air, just a clearance by Taylor McKee. Left side, that's going to be a block back onto the Paiute side, then onto Rich. McKee will set up her teammate, Lamborn, outside to the left. That will be touched by the libero. It will go shooting out the back line. Great work from Brittany Lamborn. 5-0 currently in the second set. McKee with the service error into the net. That puts the first points for Paiute on the board. Here comes Wenkel. Wenkel out the back line. Back over to Rich it will go. 6-1. Lamborn to serve. She goes over the top of the tape. That's another Crawford Trough ace. And if anything, the Rich Rebels are making very clear that maybe perhaps Paiute shouldn't have been ranked higher than them in the RPI. I don't know. Right now, Rich kind of running away with it currently. Dug up by Annie Peart at the 10-foot line. McKee back set in the middle for Huffaker. She puts that down on the back right corner. 8-1. Lamborn still back there serving. Up and over the top, taken there by Wenkel. In the middle, a setup outside there for Blood, who puts that one right down the line on the left. Pass Taylor McKee. Right in between the 10-foot line and the back left corner. 8-2. Herdsman gets her steps, sends it right over to Annie Peart in the middle. It's going to be close to the line, kept alive by Darlene Peterson and tapped over to near the 10-foot line. In the middle, Paiute will back set to the right, and it'll go across the line, out the back. Points for Rich. Ambria Lutz to serve. Dixie Huffaker has come out, and now just miscommunication as she is going to get another ace right off of the arms of Morgan. I don't know if there just wasn't enough communication there to know what was happening. It's going to go out the back line onto the right, and there they go. Paiute this time will try and get it up over the net. This time they do. McKee in the middle for Annie Peart, and that's going to be right on the line. And now they're Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie Peart. Ambria Lutz up and over. Wetzel high up in the air, dug up by McKee. Here comes just a clearance by Lamborn onto the Paiute side. Out to the left. Here's an attack from Paiute, and that's going to be inbounds. Ambria Lutz thought about it, but decided not to go for it. 11-3. Westwood to serve. Taken by Lamborn in the middle. In the right side to McKee, and then an attack from Annie Peart. That will go out the back line. Pretty dang close. too far, too strong, 11-4. Crawford Trough ace for Westwood as she goes right at Ambria Lutz, and I don't think that she was quite ready for it. Westwood over the top of the tape, dug up there by Lamborn, kept alive out to the left. Here comes an attack from Blood into the right corner. Good stuff. 11-5 for Paiute. They're on a little bit of a run now. Westwood over Lamborn, high above her head, digs that one up, and then a clearance by McKee in the middle. 11 Westwood out there for her teammate. That's Morgan, who gets blocked, sent back onto the Paiute side. Into the net call on Paiute. Points will go to Rich as Westwood, I think, got a little bit too close on her attack. Cassidy Grohl is in the game, 12-5 for the Rich Rebels. Dug up by the libero, high up in the air to the left. That's Morgan. McKee now with the offensive setup for Annie Peart. Back to an attack for Paiute. Back and forth this team will go. 2 calls, 2 touches on Annie Peart as she was battling at the tape. 12-6. Actually 12-7 as I missed a point for Paiute just barely. Blood sends that one up and over. Ambria Lutz digs, sent back to the left side on Paiute with an attack. That's going to be a attack on a setup into the net with Tara Morgan. Back over to the Rich side it goes. Violet Taylor sends a lob up and over there. Set up by Westwood out there for her teammate Morgan. It's going to be blocked by Annie Peart. Epic Recreation block for Annie. That is 14-7 for Rich. Westwood tries to get a dump set out to the back left corner, and that's kept alive. Lamborn with the third set bump out into the middle. That's Northington, who puts it right down smack dab in the middle of the defense on an attack from the left to the right. 14-8, another ace for Paiute as it bounces off of Ambria Lutz and goes into the stands behind the Rich Rebels. Service by the T-Birds, high up in the air. McKee will go out to the left for Lamborn, high and outside, into the block and down onto Paiute's side. Again, this is for third place consolation championship. Annie Peart to serve, up and over, taken by Paiute. High up in the air, too far on an attack from the right side out to the left corner of Rich from Morgan. 16-9. Peart touches the top of the tape, but it's kept alive there well by Paiute. Now onto the Rich side. Here's McKee setting up Huffaker in the middle. Here we go, outside to the left. Paiute puts that one into the net on an attack by Morgan again. 17-9. Annie Peart goes right at the back line. Could have let it go out, but Paiute decides to keep it in. It's 2 touches, and then it goes shooting into the T-Bird bench. 18-9. Peart again right there attacking the left line. Here comes an attack in the middle from Herdsman, and that goes off of the top of the block from Huffaker and down in the middle on the Rich side. Morgan to serve. Goes right at Annie Peart, really close to the net. Taylor McKee battles twice, and then it goes back out, over and out of bounds after being touched by the T-Birds. Way out to the left. Way high off of the forearms there of Westwood. Cleared back on to the Rich side. Right side into the middle. That's Darlene Peterson tapping it up and over. Left side attack from Paiute. Dug up, barely. Double touch, 3 touches. That's going to be 2 touches on Paiute. (20-9) is your reading. Taylor McKee will put it right at Herdsman. Almost out of bounds to the left, but then cleared over by the T-Birds. In the middle, McKee will back set to the right for Darlene Peterson off the top of the tape, off the top of the block, and down right in front of Tara Morgan. (21-9). McKee dug up on the back left corner, and here comes attack from the left from the T-Birds over the top of the tape. That's going to go out of bounds on the return from Darlene Peterson, who was on her toes and ready, but not able to keep that one in bounds. 21-10. Winkle serves for the T-Birds up and over. Annie Peart, and then on the right side to the left side, high and outside for Darlene Peterson. Up and over it goes. Here's McKee again, this time for Huffaker in the middle. Dug up high in the air, back over to the middle for Paiute. Pancake block not finding home for Rebels on defense, and that will go down onto the Rich side. Winkle, top of the tape, off of Violet Taylor and out of bounds. Here comes reception and an attack from the Rich Rebels. Darlene Peterson gets her attack blocked. Back into the middle. Here's Dixie Huffaker. That's going off the top of the fingertips of the front line. Out to the left. Here's the T-Birds. Touched by Rich high up in the air. Darlene will go out to the left for Lamborn. Dug up by the libero of the T-Birds. Here into the middle, Annie Peart will go high for McKee. Then back into the middle for Huffaker. Here's a sequence of events from either team, and that's just balancing on the line and top of the tape and then kept up alive by Lamborn. Huffaker sends that one up and over. Morgan to her teammate to the right. That's Blood, and she sends that far and out to the left. 22-12. Lamborn has her serve received, and then attack from the back left from the libero of Paiute will go into the net. 23-12. Taken again by the T-Birds in the middle, trying to find that soft spot on the left side of Rich's defense, unsuccessful. Huffaker tries to try her own attempt at finding the soft spot. Attack in the middle by Herdsman, that's blocked. Sent over back to the Rich side, actually. Annie Peart from the 10-foot line goes right at Winkle. And then Westwood gets blocked by the Rebels, just a little too far outside. It's going to go, as the attack happened on the left side, it will go far and out to the right on the Paiute side, but still nonetheless out of bounds. 23-13. Diving dig by Annie Peart, and an ace for Paiute as that one goes out of bounds onto the left side of Paiute's defense. Here we go, set up to the left for Violet Taylor. That's a laser beam taken well by the T-Birds. Punch over to the Rebel side. McKee will go back set for Darlene Peters. Blocked by the T-Birds. 15-23. Service taken by Annie Peart at the 10-foot line. McKee will go out to the left for Violet Taylor, and that's just going to be cushioned by the blow of the block and then fall onto the T-Bird side on the right. Match point for the Rebels in the second set, brought to you by LSR Refrigerated. Over return and capitalization by Annie Peart as she puts it right back down onto the Paiute side. 25-15 is your score for the second set. Highlighted by Annie Peart and multiple Bear Lake Realty kills. She had quite a few in that set. Let's take a quick break. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 The Wildlife.
Evanston Regional Hospital is an affiliate of the University of Utah Health. Our partnership builds on a long tradition of collaboration between Evanston Regional Hospital and University of Utah Health. Inside these doors, our dedicated staff is committed to being your caring partner in your healthcare journey. Whether you need an MRI or surgery, are expecting a new baby, or you're having a heart attack, Evanston Regional Hospital is here to help. Evanston Regional Hospital. Healing begins here.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Signage is a critical part of your business. It helps customers find your front door. Rocky Mountain Sign will provide you with expertly designed signs, LEDs, channel letters, as well as skillfully cut signage using wood, metal, plastic, and other mediums to help your customers find you with high-quality signage. Using the best technology, designs, and installation by Rocky Mountain Sign. Your signage says a lot about your business. Work with the professionals at Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street in Evanston, Wyoming.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, as we join you here in live camera mode. Well, unless we just have a graphic for you, your Rich Rebels have gone up 2-0 currently against the Paiute T-Birds in the Consolation Championship. Taking that second set 25-15 after winning the first set 25-11. Your seniors out there just having a good old time, and Darlene Peterson along with them. Violet Taylor getting some needed minutes as they're just trying to put it away against the T-Birds to win third place here. We're waiting as our judge here on the left side, just taking care of some red tape business. Red tape business with the Paiute T-Birds. Ball has been rolled over onto the Rich Rebel side. Taylor McKee will probably start, as she's done the majority of this tournament in serving. Still ready. Substitution now for the T-Birds. Hannah Gomez has come in and replaced Blood. Taylor McKee sends that one up and over. Taken by the T-Birds on the left, and then here comes an attack on the left side as well. Dug up by the Rebels, an attack from Huffaker, almost down but kept alive by the T-Birds. This time an attack of their own is stopped by the Rebels. Left side attack for Brittany Lamborn as it hits the back line. Bear Lake Realty kill for Brittany Lamborn. That one was close, and it made our line judge, really think about it. McKee sends that one up and over. Here's an attack there by Herdsman. That will go into the net, blocked by Dixie Huffaker. Epic Recreation block for Huffaker. She's really racked those up this tournament. 2-0 against Paiute in the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. McKee will put that one into the net for a service error. Tara Morgan, dug up by Annie Peart on the back line. Here's McKee going to the left side for Huffaker. Then back over to the left for Westwood. That hits the line. That will be in as it goes cross court and hits the back right corner. 2-2 for your Rich Rebels and your Paiute T-Birds. Morgan puts that one into the net. Whoops, sorry, wrong one. That's points for Rich. They're up 3-2. Lamborn way into the back, fielded well. Here comes an attack from Westwood. High up in the air off of Annie Peart and out of bounds. Good work from Westwood. Winkle over the top of the tape, too far out the back line, too strong as that lasered right across the top of the tape and stayed parallel with the ground until it was too far out of bounds. 4-3 for the Rebels. Ambria Lutz way into the back line and then to the 10-foot line, an attack from Herdsman on the right, dug up by Ambria Lutz. Left side attack from Violet Taylor. She puts it right where it needs to go in the soft spot of the middle of the defense with a little set. Lutz again, way back there, fielded by Herdsman in the middle. Blood will go to Westwood. That's going to be blocked by Annie Peart and Violet Taylor. 6-3. Lutz again. This time to the back right corner, fielded by the libero. That will, no one there to really receive that one as it falls closest to on the hardwood on the Paiute side next to the judge in the tower, 7-3. Back to the libero again. This time someone's there to clean it up. An attack by Winkle. Will go and skim off the top of the block by Darlene Peterson and go out of bounds to the left. Reception on service by Rich out to the left. Annie Peart will put that one high up into the air, and we're going to get a call into the net by the Paiute T-Birds. So points will go to Rich, 8-4. Kaylee Hatch has come in. Dug up by Winkle, and then a dump set. Catches a Violet Taylor off guard. And that goes high up into the rafters and far out of bounds, 8-5. McKee setting up in the middle for Annie Peart. That's going off of the shoulder. Kill shot right at Ashton Winkle. And a Bear Lake Realty kill for Annie Peart. Violet Taylor to serve. Puts the meteor right at Winkle in the back line. And a setup from Westwood out there to Morgan. Dug up by Violet Taylor. Here's an attack on the left side by Lamborn, close to the tape, but kept alive. Back and forth, these teams have gone. And McKee thought she heard her whistle, and she dives for the ball, and it bounces off Violet Taylor's face. Nonetheless, 6-9. Blood sends that over to Ambria Lutz in the middle. McKee will go outside to the left for Lamborn into the net. No good. 9-7. Advantage Rich still. Blood over the top of the tape right again to Lutz. McKee will go out to Lamborn at the 10-foot line. That will stay inbounds. Hitting the back left corner of Paiute's defense, 10-7. Annie Peart to serve. Right over top of the tape, still kept alive by Paiute. And an attack there by Morgan from left to right. Blocked there, Paiute's defense, then a dump set by Taylor McKee. Good work by McKee. After getting the rebound from the block, able to put that up and over. 11-7. Annie Peart off the top of the forearms of the back line and out of bounds into the stands for a Crawford Trough ace. Peart tries it again, this time an over return by the libero, and that's going to be almost capitalized. Taylor McKee frustrated as she got it. She didn't know what she was doing, and she said, sorry, my bad. That falls onto the Rich side off of the service by the libero of Paiute into the net. It goes and down onto the T-Bird side. 13-8. Taylor McKee to serve right there into the middle. An attack from the right side by the T-Birds into the net from Morgan. McKee hits the back right corner for another Crawford Trough ace. We're getting a lot of these against in this round. 15-8 for Rich. Over again to the libero in the middle. Westwood will set up Herdsman. That will go too far out the back line on an attack from left to right. 16-8. As we get a cheer from the student section, the announcer gives the thumbs up. The student section cheers loud. It's good to be recognized as the student section is here. They've been fantastic for this team. Wonderful to see them out here traveling so well. Here's Huffaker, who's going to get blocked back onto the Rich side. Morgan setting up her teammate. 2 hits called on the T-Birds. (17-8). Back over service by Rich, handled well by the T-Birds. A laser beam right off of the forearms of Annie Peart, trying to receive that one way far out of bounds. There's a 9-17 score, stationed on main scoreboard. Morgan over to Peart in the middle, back set to the right for Lamborn. That one's hung up in the air by the T-Birds. An attack by Herdsman right at the line, over the top of the tape. Pancake dig, but that's too far out of bounds for Darlene Peterson as she hits the antenna, diving for it on the right side. 17-10. There we go. Annie Peart keeps that one to McKee, outside to the left, high and outside for Peterson. Now an attack from Paiute, hits the back left corner. That's great placement by Westwood. And now a little bit of points coming for Paiute. Tara Morgan right at Violet Taylor, and then Annie Peart on the back line, putting it over for Darlene, who puts it just over the top of the tape. Good stuff. Set up in the middle for Herdsman, who's bouncing it off the top of the tape onto the Rich side. Outside to the left for Lamborn. Dug up by Paiute. Here comes an attack in the right side, into the net by Ashton Winkle. Lamborn serves right over top, handled by Herdsman, and then out to Westwood on the attack, right over top of the front line of Darlene Peterson and Huffaker. McKee dives for it, but it's not going to be enough. 12-18. Service by Paiute, really close, high up in the air by Annie Peart on the first touch. Second touch, and then clearance on the third touch by the Rich Rebels. Here comes Paiute out to the middle and down. Good work by Paiute as they put it off of the block on the right side. And down. (13-18). Lamborn high up in the air on initial reception and then back into play. Here's Annie Peart with an attack. Morgan setting up her teammate Herdsman in the middle and down right past the 10-foot line. That's a quick timeout by Coach Lamborn. We'll take a quick one here as well. This has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Volleyball on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
This presentation on mylocalradio.com is also brought to you in part by Hoover Chiropractic, With over 3 decades of experience, Dr. Todd Hoover can help you with all the chiropractic work you need, plus x-rays, blood work, a weight loss program, and can help you get rid of allergies and migraines. Dr. Todd Hoover with Hoover Chiropractic in Evanston.
We welcome you back to the Utah Community Credit Union Center in Orem, Utah. Your Rich Rebels currently up by 4 points, 18-14 in the third set, brought to you by Rich County Government. They're up 2-0 as well. Here's an attack from Violet Taylor into the middle of the Paiute defense, handled well. An attack of their own to the left. Pancake dig way back there, and then Paiute has to reel that one in, slapped over at the 10-foot line. Peart, and then McKee to Violet Taylor on the left side. Close to the net, but kept alive. Here's an attack from Herdsman to Lamborn. McKee keeps that one alive. A dump set now close to the tape. That's a huge block. And then sent way back over to the Rich Rebel side, just a little bit too far from the libero. (19-14), advantage Rich Rebels. Ambria Lutz to serve. Takes a dive in front of the back line and a setup to the right for Herdsman. That's blocked. And then back onto the Rich side. Here we go. Set up there. Nobody there. Nobody home for Paiute. That ball just falls into the middle of their offensive schematic in their scheme. 20-14. Lutz again. There. Taken by Winkle. And then Herdsman trying to get it out to the left. That's not Herdsman. Rather, I believe that was Blood, who just puts a little pop pass over there on the left side of the 10-foot line and down. 15-20. Now Herdsman will serve. She'll get an ace off of the forearms of Brittany Lamborn. Herdsman gets dug up by Violet Taylor, and now way high up in the air, a fight on the right side. Darlene Peterson wins that battle against Northington, and that ball goes way out of bounds after touching Northington. 21-16. Cassidy Grohl in the game. She serves, puts that one over at the libero. Here's Westwood trying to set up Morgan. Over to Lutz on the right side. McKee back set to the right for Annie Peart. That goes down, close to the tape, inbounds, back onto the Rich side. Just kind of playing hot potato with it. 17-21. Cassidy Westwood. Right to Ambria Lutz, and then Violet Taylor, and then slapped over by Lamborn. In the middle, here's Westwood setting up Morgan. Dug up by Lamborn. Good dig. Cassidy Grohl with clearance on the right side to the left. Nobody there for Paiute. As that went and just dropped right in the middle of the defense again. I don't know what is happening. Maybe just no communication whatsoever. I don't know. Here's Violet Taylor. They're up 22-17, your Rich Rebels. Westwood trying to set up Morgan outside to the left. Dug up on the back line by Violet Taylor. Then an attack on the left side from Lamborn. Handled well by Paiute. Back over there, Lutz to McKee on the right side. In the middle, here's Annie Peart. Kept alive again by the T-Birds. Grohl, and then set up to the left for Lamborn. Dug up by the libero. Here's an attack. Almost dunked on by Annie Peart. Diving attempt by Violet Taylor will go out of bounds off of her forearms. 18-22. Over curveball. That's a knuckleball handled well by Lutz, and an attack from Lamborn over the top of the tape. Now an attack on the left side for Paiute. High up in the air. McKee will go this time to Lamborn again. They're just kind of going in a clockwork. They're just going in a clockwork rotation. Left side attack from Rich, and then left side attack from Paiute. They get it down as it bounces off of Annie Peart a couple times. 22-19 for the Rebels. Ambria Lutz high up in the air on reception. Backside attack from Annie Peart will go into the net. 22-20. T-Birds making it close here in the third set. Into the net it goes. That's a service from Blood. Now the ball will go over to the Rich Rebels. 23-20. 2 points separate them from winning the third place consolation championship. Annie Peart over the top of the tape, handled by the libero, up in the air, and a slap over from the T-Birds. Back onto the Rich side. McKee high and outside to the left for Lamborn, way up in the air. Third touch clearance by the T-Birds. Peart at the 10-foot line. McKee setting up Huffaker in the middle. Dug up by Gomez. Left side Morgan, blocked by Huffaker. She's all over the place. Way up in the air and then just slapped over. Third touch clearance. McKee will go out to Lamborn on the left. That will go down in between the blocks. Finds a space in between the hands of Winkle and Northington. Match point for the Rebels. High off of the forearms and high up into the air on an attack from Morgan. Annie Peart digs, and then Huffaker too far out to the right. On a slap from right to left. She was in the middle of the defense. She was in the middle for Rich, and then she went too far to the left. Here's 21-24. Violet Taylor digs on the right side, set up on the left for Lamborn. That is it. Down the left sideline and inbounds, hitting the back left corner. Lamborn puts away the T-Birds. And that will be the end. A 3-set sweep for your Rich Rebels. Third place consolation championship winners. We'll come back in a brief moment after these ads. Sponsored by Mound Valley Cattle Company. We'll hear from their post-game show. Thank you for joining us, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today. Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
Rich Rebel fans, we welcome you now to the Mound Valley Cattle Company postgame show. As always, Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho, wishing the Rebels much success. These highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital, the most caring hospital on earth. In the first set, 4-0 run, a 7-0 run, and multiple blocks by Dixie Huffaker, as well as 2 Crawford Trough aces by Ambria Lutz, helped the Rebels win 25-11 in the first set. In the second set, 2 back-to-back aces for Taylor McKee, and then a 5-0 run helped them take the second set, 25-15, and then the third set, Paiute making it a little bit close. Just a couple miscommunications left them a little bit short. Your Rebels coming out there and doing what they need to do. They win in the third set, 25-21, and win the third-place consolation championship. So grateful for these girls to go out here. What a wonderful time it has been for them to participate and go through their volleyball season. We're getting ready for ICS to take on Panguitch for the state championship in just a moment. That has been our post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Mount Pelier, Idaho. Let's go ahead and take a quick break, as this has been a Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on 98.3 as well as on mylocalradio.com.
For years, people from all over have counted on the competent staff and first-class facilities at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho. Consistently named one of the top rural hospitals in the country, Bear Lake Memorial Hospital provides a wide range of treatments no matter what you need. Whether it be a simple visit to their expanded ER, a visit to their in-house MRI machine, or if you need more advanced treatments like chemotherapy or dialysis. The staff at Bear Lake Memorial Hospital cares about your health and will do everything they can to help you. Bear Lake Memorial Hospital in Montpelier, Idaho, the most caring hospital on earth.
Nothing makes your kid feel like a superstar more than seeing his or her very own fathead in the stands. Fathead car decals and yard signs are inexpensive and easy to get at Rocky Mountain Sign in Evanston. Whether it's for the big game or to cheer on the high school band, our children make us proud in so many ways. Show your pride today. Go Rebels! West Star Printing and Rocky Mountain Sign, 243 7th Street, Evanston.
Welcome back, Rich Rebel fans, to the Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Special thanks to Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Now to look at our precision play of the game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. Call for an appointment today, 307-789-8910. The precision play of the game will go back-to-back-to-back aces by Ambria Lutz in the second set that allow them to really take it out and put them in the driver's seat to take this consolation championship away. Ambria Lutz, senior on this team, has been an incredible addition and always there. What a superstar, and not only in the second set, but as well in the first set. She had back-to-back aces as well in the first set. She was there most of the time, able to put the T-Birds away. That has been our precision play of the game, brought to you by Dr. McKay Frankham, providing precision family dentistry at affordable prices. The player of the game will go to Annie Peart, as well as the rest of her senior squad. 8 seniors on this team. That was the last volleyball game that they had. What an amazing example they have been to the underclassmen and to the students and the rest of the athletes at Rich High School, as well to me. Wishing them the best of luck. We'll see some of them in basketball. We'll see some of them the rest of the year in some other sports, and probably in the classroom or some interviews. That has been our presentation of the UHSAA State Championship, our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. Rebels win 25-11 in the first set on a 7-0 run, a 25-15 win in the second set, and then a 25-21 win in the third set. Your Rich Rebels, third place here in the state tournament, easily handling the consolation championship, as they were very close to beating ICS. They had them on the ropes, and just a little bit too short, a little flip-flop from last year. Congratulations to these girls. Congratulations to the two teams, Panguitch and ICS, who will be playing in the state championship. Special thanks to all of you for joining me on this special edition of state tournament play in Orem. Your Rich Rebels going to take third place. We'll see what more we can talk about as we touch up on them next week on our Rebel Yell show. Until then, this is Cody Olson, voice of the Rich Rebels, saying good luck to all of you out there if you're driving back home to Rich County or if you're listening on the radio. Thank you so very much, and as always, go Rebels.
The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of MyLocalRadio.com and Cook Brothers Broadcasting, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Old West Media Incorporated. Thank you for joining us on this Bear Lake Community Health Center presentation of Rich Rebel Sports on MyLocalRadio.com. Until